Hey everybody.
Hey.
Welcome, guys.
Hey,
Hello. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Recording, everyone good? Okay guys, kicking on with the first and most obvious question. Save Shadowhunters is a global phenomenon officially. How do you all feel to have that level of international support for this series and its hopeful future?
It's incredible.
It is
It is.
incredible.
It's living the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I never knew there was so many people that coming into it. I knew it was huge, right? But to see such support from the fan base is like so honoring. You know, I feel so humbled. And I mean, there was like 18 to 20 million tweets.
Yeah.
No, I
Say-
think it was a lot.
It's like
more.
22
more than
million
that?
tweets or
Yeah.
something.
That's insane.
I think that they always like surprise us more. Like we
Mhm.
think that they're amazing and great, and then they do just so much more. And it just shows how like much they care about the stories and they care about the characters and.
Yeah.
I'm blessed, to be a working actor and to have that kind
Yeah.
of support
Yeah.
It really-
behind us.
It really is.
Because not everyone is so lucky.
We're
No,
very
and-
fortunate.
yeah.
We were fortunate just from the get-go,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
to get a show that already had a fan base to begin with, which almost never happens. And they allowed it to be carried so far. And to see, I was in Seoul, Korea in August, and I saw the poster that they bought, the
You sent me a picture.
billboard. I mean, it's giant, Save Shadowhunters.
I mean, a billboard in Times Square, a billboard in Korea,
Buses in
Buses
Toronto.
in London, Toronto.
San Diego Comic.
The
Yeah.
plane over
Oh, the
Netflix.
trolley.
planes.
Yeah.
The London bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, in the way the world is right now, people are so divided, but to have a story that's ultimately about love and acceptance and unity, and to have all of these people all over the world come together and form friendships and form this community, it's really an amazing thing to see.
And it speaks to the world that we created with them. This
Yeah.
whole theme of love and support. It's really cool.
Yeah, and to remind them that this unifying thing that they've found isn't going anywhere. Whether the show continues or not, if it's us or another form of the show, it has showed us that people can come together and can influence for the positive, and
Yeah.
it's
And we're even speaking like not just about the show, but just in general with
Yeah.
like, voting and stuff like that. It just shows how powerful
Yeah.
the new generations are going to be.
Absolutely.
and it's it's for a TV show and obviously a story that they really care about. But so let's and it's cool to remind.
Yeah.
If we can do this for a show, think of what we can
And-
do for other things.
Speaking of voting, I think one of the things you learn as you mature and grow into, one day I'll grow up and become an adult, and when that happens, you kind of learn to own your voice. You find it, you discover it, and the fact that through our show, this fandom, this group, a lot of these younger fans and fans in general have found their voices and are starting to understand that they have a power in that, a power for both positive or negative, but there is a tremendous power, and I think that's a very good lesson to learn.
And doing it so respectfully.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
being aggressive about it. Aggressive in a good way. And I think we should always learn that. Whatever we're going to fight for, let's do it responsibly and respectively.
Well, they're using their passion for a positive force, and that's ultimately what it is. It's about choosing the kind of world that we want to live in, and that's that's what they're doing.
Hi. A question for Jade, but to open it generally to the floor. You have a passion project, hypothetically, with infinite time, infinite money, and nobody to tell you no. What, huge, impossible, ridiculous thing would you make or star in?
Cool. I kind of already feel that way, to be honest. I feel like we have access to this infinity, and the more we connect to it, the more possibility happens. I mean, all the people that we see thriving and creating empires and all that, they've had that mentality, which allowed them to continuously get more and more. I mean, there's so much I want to do. I want to continue this connection with the fans, and I want to make music, and I want to create films, and so Alberto as well, and all of us, we have so many ideas, and it's kind of like right now there's endless possibility for us, so it's really exciting, and kind of like dabbling in everything right now. So
You said you're a musician.
yeah,
Yes, he is.
Awesome.
and working on some music right now.
I've heard some
I've
of
heard
it's
it.
fantastic. It's
amazing.
fantastic.
I'm super.
When he finally
super
drops
excited.
it, it's gonna be lit.
I'm very stoked. But and it's cool because we do these conferences and these conventions all over the world, and I'm thinking about how to kind of morph it into a more interactive way where it's not just, hey, come meet us and take pictures with us, but come be involved, because so many of them are incredible artists, and I want to create some sort of art conventions where we come together to create a communal like project, whether it's, I don't know, a giant mural or something, but I want it to be interactive.
It's all about the art.
Yes, where it's
Right.
not just like, hey, I'm on a stage and look at me. It's more like, hey, I want to create with you, and what can we do together, and what can we impact?
What are we
and-
saying?
Yeah, and can we raise money or something to create an impact with art, through art,
Which is
because
back
of
to
art.
the Save Shadowhunters campaign. They've done that. The Trevor Project. How much did they raise?
Over
20,000.
30,000.
Yeah.
$30,000 and then I'm sorry, I am tremendously proud to say that I was part of a show that the fandom felt the need, felt all this, to do these incredible things. I mean, it speaks to all of you. It speaks to our writers. It speaks to them. It's just it's overwhelmingly beautiful.
Yeah, and well, we've seen it too with the fandom. It's always been one of supporting each other as well as supporting the show. We've all seen so many artists and so many writers and these people that have their own passion projects that have, through the show, gained their own kind of recognition and their own spotlight, in a sense.
I've done a couple of things already that I'm super proud about. Not just Shadowhunters, but Monkey. I've been, as a kid, I've been wanting to do a lot of like Jackie Chan kind of comedy stunt scenes, and I've fulfilled that with Monkey.
And he's
And
great
then
in
You killed it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so much. I paid him to say that.
That's maybe twice as much now. A couple more people. But we'll talk about it.
I can't keep paying you, man. But with Shadowhunters, it's like to be a part of a family is really important. And as soon as it's really great. As soon as I step foot onto set, my first day was at the read-through.
Remember that.
And Alberto came up to me straight away and was like, "Oh, dude, we're playing best friends in the show. Let's be best friends in real life." I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I remember like, what are you doing right now? And I'm a very spontaneous plan person. Like, what are you doing right now? Let's go. And Chad was like, I might have to do a thing. I was like, it's cool. Let's hang out. And then I think we went and got food.
Yeah.
And just hung out like the rest of the night.
Best day of my life. Yeah. So like I said, passion project, that was definitely one of them. And to be a part of the family, it's all a part of it.
And yeah, it's so exciting. I'm so excited to see where everybody goes in
Yeah.
the future, because
Yes.
it's really just the
Yeah.
beginning, and already it's incredible. So I love these guys like forever. So it's gonna be incredible to see it grow and grow and grow, and be like, oh my god, we did that show together back in the day, and now you're a mega superstar. You have 2 Oscars.
You're already a mega superstar.
That's true, yeah.
Do you guys have any future projects that you want to speak about? Anything you can share?
Kat, do you-
I mean, Kat, we know you're an Arrow.
Well, I've just started working on Arrow now, which has been a real gift. It's sort of eerie because that set is also coming off a show where it's been such a family, going on to a show where they are such a family, but they're all strangers at this point. You know, getting to know everyone. They've been so welcoming and so wonderful, but it's everything that I learned during Shadowhunters and everything that family brought me, I'm taking with me on this job, and I'm eternally grateful to everyone that was involved in Shadowhunters for that.
I don't know. I've a video game I'm part of. I did motion capture for, it's called Starlink Battle for Atlas. It's out on all platforms. Came out last week. And for the Nintendo Switch, Star Fox was added to the story, and as a kid I grew up with that, and I'm so excited. I got to shoot scenes with Star Fox and Falco and everybody, and it's just like kind of surreal, and I'm so excited to do more of these conventions for that game, because I'm sure it'll turn around. But it is just like, just the cutscenes, it's just like this film that we've shot all together, and I love the cast, and it's just a dream really. As a kid, I'm kind of like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing this. But so that's an exciting thing to talk about. Anybody else that hasn't told me anything that you want to tell me about?
No.
Okay.
Hi, Kat. We all know about the duct tape prank that Don pulled on you.
Yes.
And like the one where you slipped over when you were walking around the club scene.
Oh yes.
Are there any any stories like that you want to share that would take with you like moving forward?
Oh, there's so many. Oh goodness. How do I pick one? I honestly, there's so many instances where I slipped and tripped, or was pranked, or
Run into a pole.
run into a pole.
Fell over a half pole.
Oh, that was
I'm just
That was
spitballing.
another situation. One of my, it also happened, why did so many happen during the second episode of the show? We were out in the rain shooting under this bridge, and I was in the same shoes that I slipped in the club in.
yes.
Do you remember this?
Maybe it was those shoes.
It was those shoes. I never wore those shoes
So
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were way too high. I didn't know what I was doing then. But they tried to make it less slippery because I was supposed to run down this
clear.
hill through mud. And they put plywood down, then they had to put leaves to cover the plywood, and it was all just getting wet. So it was basically just slick. It was like a slip and slide down that hill.
I remember this now.
You remember this?
Yes.
And so I have to run toward I'm running toward the rock solid panda van. So I'm running down this hill, and soon I find that I'm not, there's a video somewhere. I find that I'm not running, I'm sliding, and then I hit the van.
There's like,
And I'm on the hill.
and it was the second episode, so everyone's like,
We're just like, "Ugh." They didn't know.
this is before that we found out that this was like
A normal
uncommon.
thing.
Yeah, this happens with me. So, you know, I tend to be a little clumsy, but that's all right. Accident prone, comic relief. What can I say? I try and lighten the mood.
And for you other guys, do you have any moments like that you carry with you?
I mean, with us, a lot of them were like, you know, in the middle of the scene, we just start like, you know, laughing nonstop. But I literally mean nonstop, that we have to take like a 30-minute break.
Yeah.
But it's like we say
Yeah.
one word and then we just like start laughing.
Especially when it's like continuous shots where we have to like say a whole speech and it's just like focused on one person and then like 4 other people are just
Yeah,
staring.
the more,
Seriously?
the more
You can
people
see
in
them.
the scene as well, the more people in the scene, the harder it will be to
Yeah.
come back if we were to fall
If
apart.
it breaks.
Yeah.
It's just a domino effect.
Yeah.
But by the end, they're so good at bringing us back together. You
We
know?
were
It's just
very good at
And
that.
they coach us into it, like, guys, focus. Because off camera, we were laughing constantly also, so, you know, and try to be really serious and bring the stakes and also, like, come on, everybody talks like this.
It's true. That's the thing. We all genuinely enjoy each other's company, so it makes it hard when one of us goes for all of us to bring it back
We've got to
together.
be like professional sometimes.
Yeah.
Right,
That
right.
balance always kind of finds its place. Like the heavier the show.
It does, yeah.
Oh, who said that recently? I forgot what I was listening to. But the heavier the show, the more you kind of laugh and have to smile and talk about things offset just because all the heavy stuff is happening and you need to balance it out.
Yeah, I think it's a human thing.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite thing to do during downtime in set?
Everybody's like
eat.
on their phones like this.
Yeah, eat.
It was amazing, crafty team. They were
Oh, yeah.
from
They were
Cuba
so good.
and
Yeah.
Dominican Republic.
They were
And
incredible.
they would
good.
just like be so nice to us. They would spoil us. They would like make us separate things on the side.
Every once in a while, they'd be like, and they'd hand me like a plate of like amazing rice with like avocado. And
Yeah, we
stuff.
were
Avocado, oh
really
my god,
well fed.
avocado, yeah. So I'm kind of happy that I'm not on set right now because I'm not eating everything. But yeah, it was so nice to have them and eating a lot.
It's hard to do other things. Like I found it very difficult to read or to do things that require a lot of
Focus.
a different type of focus, just because set is a bunch of moving parts. Millions of
really
people. Always, it's just if you're not someone that can really put blinders on it, you tend to try to find something that allows you to look
Yeah.
up every once in a while.
And there's different phases of like interests that people bring to set during that period. You know, I don't know, like it's a scooter or
Oh, yeah.
like a cool new toy or gadget.
Well, we
I
have
used
2
to
hours
knit.
off, so we all go to Walmart and get Nerf guns, and stuff like that.
Although some of my favorite days were those days where we had to reshoot a bunch of pieces or get a bunch of green screen inserts, and everybody's on set. But you're only working for little bits and pieces, so we all just sat outside at the trailers
hung
and
out.
just
That's my favorite.
chill out for 12
And
hours,
the weather
and
was
it's
nice.
great.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather was really nice, and we were all soaking up
Yeah,
the
hanging
sunshine.
out with the trailer is
and
fun.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when it's just us, like
Just spending time
come hang out in the
together.
trailer, put some music on.
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Towards the end when we're like all lying down.
Yeah.
Lying down, just hanging out, talking. That was sentimental.
Mhm.
Talking about the work you guys have done, obviously these remaining episodes are so precious for fans now, and I think it was interesting during the panel that you said that not only